Welcome to Journal with Me plus your angel messages. I'm Devon and I am so grateful to be here with you today on day 30. We made it. This was a 30-day challenge I started on November 1st to go live with you every morning and show you the way I make time every day to connect with the angels, the way I track it in my book of evidence, in my intuition tracker, writing down dreams, checking in with my routine to make sure I'm staying on track with healthy habits, and just really creating that ability to use that powerful tool of hindsight, because I'm adding it all in one place, along with calendars, to-do lists, other types of lists that make it easy to go back and connect the dots and see all the ways we receive signs from our angels. So many of you have been here with me every day, and I am so grateful for you. If you have not been here every day, that's totally fine. You're welcome anytime to pop in. In fact, we're having so much fun doing this that this isn't going to be the last time I do it. I am going to be live tomorrow morning for a new moon angel card spread. And then after we kind of get back into a rhythm, I will figure out some other times to do journaling with you, because I'm really, really enjoying it. I love sharing these messages, but I did want to do it 30 days in a row, and we made it to day 30 today. So technically it'll be 31 tomorrow when we do the new moon angel card spread. If you haven't already, I really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and share this video with anybody it might resonate with, who might want to check in with the energy of today and get some guidance. As always, we pull 3 cards, past, present, and future, and then 2 cards for clarification and actions. It's been so valuable to have this. We check in with hindsight, the cards we got yesterday, to pull in clarity as well. And if you haven't already, you can grab my free angel card spreads below. I have one for the new moon tomorrow, and I have one for this Mercury retrograde we're in. I also have my prayer protection. So grab those if you'd like them, some extra tools, and you can get even more clarification for yourself by using those angel card spreads. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Sandrine. Good morning, Sicilian Aphrodite. Good morning, Carla. Thank you all for being here. How are you doing on this Saturday morning? Are you tired from the holidays? Are you relaxed? Did you get out there in that Black Friday shopping? I didn't. I avoided it completely. I did go online and look around a little, but yeah, it's so great. I'm so excited to be here on day 30. And we're going to jump into these angel messages. We'll have a pocket affirmation for the day. We'll get some clarification, and we'll use that hindsight. So let's get started. Let me know how you all are doing here in the chat. Any crazy dreams? I had a really weird dream last night. I told you about the funny one yesterday, but the one last night was more of a stressful dream. So I'm going to have to go journal about that a little bit and see where that's coming from. But let's first pull our card to get us started. And remember, we do past, present, and future. So the recent past, as in yesterday or the last couple of days, will be the first card. And we always go to the first blank page in our journal to write the date. And it is November 30th. Yay! I always start with gratitude. Thank you, God, for today, abbreviating it TGT, and then morning angels and guides, MAG. That way I can be very intentional about who we are connecting with. And that's exactly what I do with my prayer protection linked below as well, if you want to see that. But yes, I always say that prayer protection before we get started here. And this is another layer of intention and protection that we are being very clear about connecting with our own spiritual team. This is your angels, guardian, archangels, spirit guides, spirit animals, ascended masters, passed away loved ones, all of those that we call in to work with us, right? So this very first card is going to represent the recent past, as I said, and we have 3 of Earth. 3 of Earth. This is that this would be 3 of Pentacles, right, in the tarot deck. The power of creativity, recognition for high quality work. Be a team player. So this card is affirming the work we have all been doing with this journaling, with tracking these messages. And we know from hindsight that we were getting guidance that we were on the right path to leave something behind. And yesterday we were getting guidance about adding to our skill level. We'll go more into hindsight in a minute, but this is affirming that you are putting the effort in, you are putting the work in to show your intention. Just by being here on these lives, doing this journaling with your angels, you are getting that recognition for being a team player. So this is an amazing hug from the angels. I love those energetic hugs we all get, saying you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing. So keep using your creativity, keep showing others that you have these amazing, beautiful gifts to share with the world. And that was definitely a theme over this entire 30 days of journaling, about really shining our light in the world in a bigger way, which might cause us to have to stand up for our beliefs. It might cause us to have to walk away from something. So think back over this past month of November, because we are in this final day of November. What did you leave behind? What did you realize wasn't working? What had you been maybe fighting for or challenged to overcome and chose to walk away from it because it wasn't worth it? This could be relationships, projects, jobs, just a plan you originally had. We got so much guidance over this month about revising things, to trust that any change of plans or change in direction was in our highest interest. So again, this is why it's so powerful to have these 30 days of hindsight. You can go check back over your calendar, any significant events over this past month. Go watch the journal with me from that day and listen to the messages there. That's another way. Maybe if you missed a day or two, or you just didn't track it in your journal that day, I really recommend that. That was the goal of doing this 30 days in a row, was to give you so much evidence of the way you've been guided. And I don't know about for all of you, let me know in the comments, but this month went by very, very fast. I felt like this whole year did, but this month it's like it was faster and faster, right? And so having that gift of hindsight to go back, what were we doing on November 1st? Well, we were doing some new moon journaling because it was a new moon. We were just getting started with the review process over what do we need to release. And we did have Pluto go into Aquarius this month for good, right? We've had so many things. So let's put this aside for a minute and check in with our routine so that we can then pull the next card that will be the present energy. Sandrine says, yes, it flew by, right? Exactly. So I always like at this part just to remind you that if you do keep some kind of track of your habits, your good, healthy habits, we go do this. I usually do this first when I'm not doing the lives, but we're in the habit of doing it this way now. And I track my moods. I track it along with the moon and other energies. So yesterday I did get my workout in. I got all my remedies in. What I did not get done was, yet again, I skipped the castor oil on my face that I normally do. And I definitely did not get to bed by 10. We've been staying up late watching movies and TV because we can. It's the holidays, right? But, I still wake up early. And so I'm going to need a nap later because even when we stay up late, my body is just like, wait, we get up early. Let's do this. So I would have come on actually earlier today, but I had already said I would be here at 8. So I didn't want to mess with the schedule. I will be here tomorrow at 8 a.m. as well for the new moon angel card spread. So I hope to see you there. Every year seems to go by faster and faster, Carla. I know it does. So anyways, I checked in with my routine, and I will definitely say I'm grateful to report. It was a very joyful day. It almost felt like Thanksgiving part 2, but without the stress of being on a timeline, right? To get everybody seated at the same time. So that was super fun. So it was definitely a joyful day. We still had the moon in Scorpio yesterday, but early this morning, the moon went into Sagittarius. That's why we're going to have that new moon apexing. It's actually going to apex around 12:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, 12:21 a.m. at 9 degrees 33 minutes. That's an angel number. We have this new moon on December 1st at 12:21 a.m. Central. So we're already going to be feeling this energy today because the moon is in the Sagittarius right now. Yes, on a plane, Sicilian Friday said, this whole year flew by. I am on a plane going on a little vacation just with the hubby. Oh, lovely. Glad I am able to get you live. Me too. Well, enjoy. What a wonderful time. Like I said, the moon's in Sagittarius. So great time for traveling, daydreaming out the plane window, looking at the clouds, right? I love to daydream on airplanes, seeing the sky. Well, yes, trust the angel numbers, trust the divine flow, call the angels in to make it smooth. Good morning, Angie. Good to see you here. We were just checking in with the routine and the energy. And like I said, the moon is now in Sagittarius. So I feel it. I feel that Sagittarius energy. Let's go ahead and look. There's no other big things coming up for November. So I'll just show you here that this is my December planner. And it's showing me just some of the bigger transits. Like we have Mars going retrograde on Friday. We have Neptune going direct on Saturday. We have Venus going into Aquarius. So this is just a fun way to track it. And that's why I say go back and look at your photos from this month. Go look at your calendar. Maybe any offers that came in or opportunities, write them in your calendar. And then tomorrow I will be filling out my December routine record. I'm going to be choosing something to track. I'm probably going to choose Mars retrograde because I've had that theme here. In October, I tracked Mars in Cancer, and this month I tracked Mars in Leo, just along with it, just reminding myself. And so when Mars goes retrograde in Leo and eventually back into Cancer, I will be tracking that as well, probably. And then I'm going to be coming up with things I want to track for the month. Most of the things are going to be condensed. I'm going to put all my different remedies and minerals I take. I'm going to combine them into just one line because I'm in a habit. I don't have to remember every single one to check off. Although it does feel good to check things off. That's why we did this. And of course, I'll create my mood tracker. If you don't carry colored pens around, you can always rate your moods by numbers. So that's another example I share. If you do have your own book of evidence, it's for sale on Amazon through my website, devondoer.com, which will take you to Amazon. You can use numbers like a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest vibration, 1 being low vibration, right? You can do it however you want if you don't want to carry around colors, but I do like to have the colors to look at. Plus, when you look back over the month, it's like this has, I'll add today's mood. I am off a day. I just realized I skipped a day. No, I'm not. That's the 31st. That's why. Yeah, I had to put 31 for everyone. So tomorrow I will come fill this out, right? But look, for the most part, there were some really productive days. There were a couple of days where I was just kind of feeling meh, right? So I said, angels, help raise my vibration. And so it's really helpful just to look at that, All right, let's get to our present energy so we can have a pocket affirmation to add here. And of course, don't forget to write down the first card we pulled was this is the past energy, 3 of Earth. And I was really getting that energy of being a team player. This could really represent you working more closely with your spiritual team like you're doing right now, right? So just remembering to go higher with that energy. Like I said, this Wednesday, we're going to have every week I go live on Wednesdays with a spiritual topic, and we're going to be talking about staying in divine flow during the holidays. And we are going to be setting the tone for a lot of people around us, especially those who live with us in our household, but even people that we're standing in line with at the store. So we want to protect our energy and stay in our own flow so that we can share our light with others and help them through the process, right? So 3 of Earth, Team Player, was our first card there. And now let's talk about the energy of right now. At the time you are hearing these messages, what card do we have? We have 15, the ego card, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things. I'll explain that in a moment because I know exactly what they're talking about. Negative or fear-based thoughts. All right, so this energy is all around us. This may not be something you're experiencing right now, but somebody around you might be experiencing it. As I was just talking about, there's so much pressure on all of us during the holidays, whether it's gift giving, whether it's showing up for parties or entertaining, whether it's just, having to get through your normal daily routine with other people being extra worked up. But again, this is a false sense of entrapment. We are not actually trapped by this energy. We can step aside out of it and look back and observe it. And that's what we're being asked to do. Yesterday, we had the 4 of Earth in the recent past, and that was again guidance around having fear of material things, material resources. We're either feeling like you needed to really cut back on some spending, feeling like you don't have enough, or feeling like you need to invest in yourself or a project or your future, but having fear around going ahead and investing. So we're going to get clarification on this, but as you go throughout your day, I want you to think of this card anytime you have any anxious thoughts come up or any feelings of urgency. So another example I'm being shown is the way that marketing, right? They always try to tell us, you've got to buy now, get this Black Friday deal now, it's going away in 2 hours, or the Cyber Monday deal, you've got to get it now, we have limited supplies. That's all ego. If it's meant for you, it will be for you. We did also have guidance yesterday. This is what's so powerful, the hindsight around doing research. So I hope you were able to take a little time to do some research on anything that excites you, learning something new, or maybe you are looking into an investment of some equipment or something and, getting online and watching YouTube reviews. Actually, right before we came on, I was watching a review about a little tool that helps put together furniture, all the furniture that comes in boxes. Because my daughter has asked for a vanity for Christmas, and I always dread putting those things together. And so I was like, what kind of tool do I need to make this easier? And I found a cute little one, but I was reading reviews on them, and I found one where this guy was like, 2 years later, I use this thing at least once a week. It was that Black & Decker, it's called a hex driver. So anyways, just letting you know, I was doing my research before we even got on today because I was up so early. But I'm not going to allow these sales to pressure me into getting it, right? But that's just a mundane example. I want you to keep that in mind as you're going through your day. And we'll get some clarification just here in a moment. But we need a pocket affirmation to help us stay out of any false sense of entrapment. And I think we need to talk about our thoughts first. So I think we're going to do, let me first write the card, which was ego. And I will say entrapment, right? And so let's say I easily raise the vibration of my thoughts. That's kind of a long one, isn't it? But we're going to do that anyways. We're going to say I easily raise ignore my handwriting here. I easily raise the vibration of my thoughts. And that's because anytime we feel trapped, we want to go higher. We want to go up to the angel's perspective. So that's another affirmation we could say. I easily take the angel's perspective, right? And from their point of view, there is no ego. There is no right or wrong about making that investment or not having enough or that urgency, right? And when we stay in divine flow, the things that come to us, right? So we just want to watch out for any feelings around rushing, right? Thank you, Sandrine, for writing that in there. I easily raise my thoughts' vibrations. Yes, that's an easier way to say it too. I like that. So this is definitely an energy we're going to be on the lookout for today, also from those around us. Since you're setting the intention today, you're likely going to avoid having these feelings of your own. But if they come up, acknowledge them. But then you might also find those around you rushing around, people in traffic, people in store lines. They're feeling this sense of entrapment, right? Now, I want to point out here, for those of you who do study the different archangels, Archangel Jophiel's name is on this card, and I work with Jophiel very often. And Jophiel can help bring beauty to things, including your thoughts. So if you are struggling to raise your thoughts vibrations, then I would ask Archangel Jophiel to help you bring beauty to your energy, beauty to your thoughts, beauty to your words, beauty to your environment. I call on Archangel Jophiel to help me decorate for Christmas or change things around in my home to just feel fresh, for choosing outfits, right? So that's another little tip there if that's something you'd like to add to this energy. So we have our pocket affirmation there. Now we can move on to the near future before we pull some action cards. So the near future could be later today. It could also be tomorrow or the next couple of days. With that new moon happening so soon, less than 24 hours, we are already going to be thinking about those intentions. So keep doing the daydreaming, right? If you need to, put on some really inspirational music today. I like to put on the cheesy holiday movies. They're so predictable, but they're just positive, and they're just everything's going to work out for everybody in the end. 8:22 my time at 22 minutes. So we've got those angel numbers in there too. Just in case you're new, I do have my angel number series. If you want to start tracking angel numbers, I have several videos on the main meanings. They each come with a bonus message at the end, a pocket affirmation to say every time you see them, and a journaling prompt so that you can understand the way your team communicates with you. And I really encourage you to check that out. For any time you're seeing repeating numbers, go review it, because I also give you what they mean for me, and they might mean the same for you. I give the common meanings plus what my team told me they mean for me. So let's move into this near future energy here, and we have the 6 of Water. I really like this card for the near future. So water represents emotions. It says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding the past, romanticizing the past. This is also wanting to move on from those energies as well. So I am definitely getting that pretty soon we are going to realize, you know what? I am not as emotionally attached as I once was to XYZ. It could be a tradition, it could be a person, it could be a memory that you were wearing rose-colored glasses with it. But this romanticizing the past, this is always that reminder that we tend to remember things differently than they actually were, especially when they were things that were upsetting, like a sudden job loss, sudden breakup in a relationship. And this time of year, of course, is going to bring up nostalgia, as the holidays always do, thinking of passed away loved ones, but just acknowledging that, you know what, you are ready to move on. You really are. If any emotions come up around the past, nostalgia, that kind of thing, we're being asked to acknowledge them, but then let them flow away. Let them go be water under the bridge so that you can focus on where you're headed in the future, which is what we are doing with this new moon energy. So let's pull all three cards together so we can get some action cards. We can ask angels, what actions do I take? Which we've been doing this so much, I forgot to tell you that the journaling prompt when we've been doing this is, angels, what do I need to know right now? And then we pull 2 cards of action. And again, pulling all of this together here, we're really being commended for putting the work in. You know, this could be being there for those around you. This could be adding to your skill levels. That was guidance we got yesterday, was doing some research and don't procrastinate. We also got guidance yesterday, so let's check in with that too. We also had guidance about, we had the 7 of water or 7 of cups, that we need to stop procrastinating on making a complex decision. And so the guidance was coming through very clearly that if you're having a hard time making a decision, you need more information. And this is a great time to do that with Mercury retrograde. Do your research, seek advice from trustworthy people, from like-minded people, seek advice from your spiritual team. They were saying we're being a team player. Allow our team to bring us the information that we desire to help us make that complex decision. I'm also getting, because we did have that 7 of cups yesterday, we also had 8 of fire yesterday, many things happening at once. Again, that's that urgency, right? That feeling like we have to make a decision now. Hurry, hurry, hurry. This deal won't last, right? That's ego. So we want to rise out of that energy, and we want to look to see, wait, am I feeling like I need to commit because of nostalgia, because of the way things have always been done? Or is it time to move away from that energy and move into the future, which is really what this Pluto and Aquarius energy is now going to be asking us to do, is to innovate the way we do things, right? So that means watching out for nostalgia, romanticizing the past, because that might not serve us anymore. It might not serve us to do it the way we've always done it. Doesn't mean we have to throw it all away, but maybe we need to look at new ways to do that. So really powerful guidance here for getting ready for tomorrow's new moon. So let's pull in some action cards. Angels, what actions do we take to implement this guidance in our highest interest, right? Always for our highest interest. The first action card we get, this is also a card of clarity, is 5 of Earth. 5 of Earth. Okay, so yesterday we had 4 of Earth. We have the 3 of Earth in the past. We have fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. Okay, so what card means when I pull this up is that we need to go higher with our thoughts around resources. So instead of looking around to see how little you have of something, we want to tap up into our higher self, tap into that feeling of abundance, and seek out that spiritual help as well. I also feel like this is reminding you to activate that giving and receiving cycle to get out of this stuck energy. And we do want to acknowledge what we already have. So this is also a card of being grateful for what you do have, and then trusting that help is available to you. So I am really getting for this card that, again, that reminder that we need to seek advice. We need to do research. We need to ask our spiritual team for help to help us with this complex decision we need to make, so that we avoid romanticizing the past, so that we avoid feeling trapped. So I want you to just note anything that came up for you when you were getting guidance around feeling trapped, and guidance around material resources. How can we go higher with that? And so this is really, really great guidance here to remember you are not trapped. You can seek that advice. There's so much powerful advice online, tutorials, reviews, and people out there willing to share free information with you to help you make that complex decision. So really step into that energy as well, because I just keep hearing that stop procrastinating and get the research needed, get the information needed so you can make a decision that's in your highest interest. So let's pull one more card for action and clarity here to pull all of this together. We have Knight of Air. We had this card recently. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. So you just can't make this stuff up. This all goes more validation into really carefully reviewing your options, right? We are in Mercury retrograde, so we want to review things, reorganize, check and read the fine print on things. But, know that while all this energy is moving quickly around us, we have to remember to ground ourselves by connecting with our spiritual team and getting clear about what it is we really want. Do I want these things for ego-based reasons or because I'm romanticizing the past? Or do I want out of these things because they no longer serve me? I'm feeling trapped by these things and I want to go higher. So this is a really, really amazing card to remind us that while things may be happening quickly, you do have the right to slow down and review your options and get the information you need. Good morning, Blondie. Glad you made it. We're just wrapping up here with the 2 actions to take, and they're all validating the guidance we had yesterday around stop procrastinating, get the information you need so you can stop feeling trapped and avoid romanticizing the past. So that's where we get, we can get really stuck in the energy of the way things used to be. And the guidance here is that's only going to make you feel more trapped, make you feel more stuck with your resources. So there is something that we're needing to release here. And it sounds like it's really an emotional release that we're needing. And we need to check in with our thoughts, release any worries, right? Because I did get this guidance, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, that this new moon tomorrow, it is actually going to be calling for us to release something because of this retrograde energy, even though normally you're setting intentions, you're planting seeds with the new moon. So we will definitely go into big detail tomorrow. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread tomorrow for the new moon so that you can then use the new moon angel card spread that I linked below. You can use that free spread to clarify with the Celtic cross. That's going to be a great combination. If you don't already have that new moon spread, grab it below for free. You do have to put your email in, even if you're a newsletter subscriber, and then it will be emailed to you. But grab it, and then tomorrow we'll do that Celtic cross for the new moon energy that you can apply to the custom new moon spread for yourself. Now, this is our basic past, present, and future and our actions to take. And so the main thing to keep in mind today is if you're feeling trapped by something or you're feeling pushed into something, right? It's this is where the angels will show me the car salesman that says, if you drive the car off the lot today, I'll give you this deal, right? And they're putting so much pressure on you, you feel trapped into making a decision. We don't want to do that. We want to go higher with our thoughts. Air is communication, and we want to make sure we review all of our options carefully. It's okay to ask for more time before making a decision, but don't procrastinate on getting the information. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, take time every day to connect with the angels.